In this video, we're going to set up an AWS account. First thing we need to do is go to aws.amazon.com, and then we're going to choose Create Account right here. Let's go ahead and type in the email address we're going to use for this account. And then we'll just use this as the name right here. Just leave off the one. Okay, and then we're going to type in our root password. And we're going to choose the free plan. So let's just choose the free plan for now. And we're going to just do personal. Going to put this contact information in here. Hit agree and continue. And you do have to put a credit card in. That way, if you do go over the free plan, it will charge your credit card. Credit card information, hit verify and continue. I don't know why I asked for this because you already put the phone number in there earlier, but we'll go ahead and type it in again. TCWRC. Okay, let's get the verification code from my phone. All right, let's set that in here. 537. All right, and here's the information about the free plan. You do get the free $100 credits towards your account, and then you can get another $100 by completing some activities. So we're going to go ahead and agree to this and hit confirm. And we're going to go with the basic free plan. You can always change this account plan later. I'm just going to leave it as free though. Pause it until this is done. Then you get this other screen which says it's completing the creation of your account. It'll take a few minutes. I'm going to pause it again. Okay, we've given enough time to create the account, so let's go to sign into console. Okay, now that we have the account set up, when you first log in for the first time, this is what you're going to see. This is a basic console, the default settings. And the very first thing we want to do is check the region, which is right here at the top right. It tries to find the closest region to your location. Ohio might be the closest region, but I know for a fact that Ohio does not have all of the AWS services available in that region. So I'm going to change mine to Oregon. All right, so now that we have the region set, I want to make sure it defaults this every time I log in. So I'm going to go to settings right here, and I'm going to go to see all user settings. And under default region, we're going to hit edit here. And we're going to set the default region to Oregon. Save those settings. All right, so now every time I log in, it will default to Oregon. There are some services that are global specific. They're not tied to any particular region. Billing is one of them. And also the AWS identity and access permissions. Those are global settings. All right, so anyway, we do have Oregon set now. So every time we log in, it should default to the Oregon setting. So now that we've set that, I want to get back to the home page. So I'm going to click on AWS in the top left up here. It'll take us back to the home console. The stuff in the middle, these are all widgets you can modify and change. You can add new widgets. See that there's not a bunch of them over here. So I'm going to close that. You can also move these around. So I really want to know like the most recently used one here. So I'm going to move this one up. That was in billing and cost management earlier. And then I'm going to move the cost and usage over here to the right. So I can get an idea of what my spend is for the month. And then if you scroll down, you'll see there's some other default ones in here. And you can actually remove these if you don't want those displayed. All right, so that's the middle of the screen. If we go move over to left over here, you'll see some lines right here. Click on those. And you can view all services if you want to. This will list everything that AWS offers. So I'm going to go back to my home display. And then on the top up here, you can also search for a service like S3. Well, you've got options for S3. And then this is a neat little feature that I added a few years ago. This is the Cloud Shell. If I click on this, it'll bring up the CLI for this region. And I can open up multiple tabs here. And if you have any questions, you can click on here. Depending on what your training or your support plan is, it'll allow you to either post a question, or if you don't have support set up yet, you can post stuff on the community. And then we were in the settings earlier. You can change the background colors and all that stuff. And then these are notifications here. We don't have any notifications right now. This over here is a Amazon queue, so we can ask a question over here if we want to about a service or whatever you want to ask them. Let's see, what are the S3 options? Let's see what it comes up with here. And then here we go. It comes up with all the different S3 options you can use when you're storing data. Pretty comprehensive. All right, so that is Q. At the top right, it will show your account number up here. And this is where you access the billing and cost management. And then just below that is our account name. And you pretty much have the same options as when you click on your account information. So that is the navigation, pretty basic top view there. Let me go back over here and we'll go back to all services here. The other thing I want to mention is all these services are also under a category, which makes it easier to find. So if you do want to go to S3, we can go to storage and go to S3 here. And it's listed under Oregon. S3 used to be global, but they changed it towards region specific now. So this is what S3, the homepage, looks like. So I'm going to go back to my console here. And that is how you set up an AWS account and high-level view of navigation.